This is a 16 weeks primigravida, as reported to rule out any fetal anomaly, as she feels that the movements are not present. This is what she says. However, here what we are seeing is low-lying placenta. This is the placenta. It is posterior wall, and this is the cervix, this area, and the placental margin is approximately 3.4 centimeters away from the, again let's take it from here to here, so something around 4.5 centimeters from the lower edge of the placenta. Now this is the femur in this section, and let's see what is the femur length. So you see that the femur length is 22.4 millimeters, which corresponds to the gestational age of 16 weeks plus minus 5 days. So placenta is low-lying, posterior wall, grade 2, and the gestational age is 16 weeks by femur length. So in this section we can study all these three structures that are in front of you. Now the fetal movements are obvious to you. I am not moving the probe. So let's see if the fetal cardiac activity is present. Let's see the limbs, the movement of the fetus. As well as, let's see that if we can get the, here you see the movement of the fetus, the movement of the limbs. These are the limbs. This is the umbilical cord, and it is normal, 2 artery, 1 vein. Let's go to magnify. So we'll come back to this area. Here you can see that the placenta is posterior wall, is grade 2. A little jelly is required. And here we see the fetus. This is not a normal fetus, and that is the reason why I have to wait and see, because you see that the anterior abdominal wall is not well developed. This is the anterior abdominal wall. And is there any cardiac flicker as the fetus is moving? So we must get the cardiac flicker at some point of time. But then now let's see that what else. Here you see the cardiac flicker is present. Okay, let's see where is the head. Now this is the head. This is the head of the fetus, and the internal anatomy of the head is not seen. Only this fox cerebri is seen, number one. Number two, no cranium is seen around this brain mental. And thirdly, there is one more finding. That there is a cystic outputting this. Now the basal skull structures are seen. These facial structures are seen. These are the eyes. This is the eye. This is the eye. However, in itself, now this cystic structure is the outputting from the hindbrain, and this is a meningeal. As you will see, it will relate to the brain. It relates to the brain. It is more clear. The brain is small. There is microcephaly. Now this is the portion of the brain with microcephaly. No cranium, no brain structure seen except this thin line, which is the fox cerebra. The ventricles are dilated, and this is the output from this is the output, which is meningeal seal. This measuring 15.4 into 10.5 millimeters. So far we have seen that in a 16-week fetus, the fetal activity is seen, but the cranium is absent. There is a cystic area seen emanating from the posterior from the hindbrain. This is the one. This is the cystic area, which is a meningeal. This is the brain, microcephaly, no cranium. These are the facial structures. This is the eye. And there is a skeletal anomaly in the form that you don't see a well-developed vertebral column. And this is all what we see about the brain. Regarding the brain tissue, this is all what you are seeing now. So this is the cystic area, the meningeal. This is the brain. This is the cranium is absent. The brain is small. It's microcephalic. Fetal movements are seen. Positively. Placenta is posterior wall. Marginal. The umbilical cord. This is the fetal foot. The movements are seen. Now you see that in this case the umbilical cord is also to be evaluated because there are only two vessels seen with the umbilical cord. This is the one, this is the second. So one artery, one vein in this section. However, should be followed further. Now this is definitely a one artery, one vein umbilical cord. Here we are. Okay. So one artery and one vein. Umbilical cord is one artery and one vein. Whereas normally we see two arteries and one vein. I have saved the image. We go on step by step. Now here you see the cardiac activity. It's positive. Fetus is alive. This is the cardiac activity. And you can see the waveform. And the cardiac activity ranges 170 beats per minute with regular waveform, which is in tachycardia, sinus tachycardia. 170 beats per minute with regular waveform. Vertebral column was not seen. Anterior abdominal wall is not well developed, as when I go to transfer section, I don't see any abdominal wall. This is the transfer section of the fetal abdomen. This is the longitudinal. This is the transfer section. We do see stomach bubble. Yes, this one. But this area is the stomach bubble. The kidneys are difficult to visualize. Microcephaly with no cranium. Vertebral column coral formed rather. Rest of the limbs are formed, and there is one artery, one vein of the cord. You see that this is the umbilical cord, one artery, one vein. Normal should have two arteries and one vein. And from wherever you scan this umbilical cord, it gives you the appearance of one artery and one vein. These are the facial structures of the fetal brain. Here. this area is the fetal brain, the facial structure or basal structure with poorly developed. Brain. So this is a case of multiple pathology, congenital. And marginal placenta. Femur length could, the gestational age could only be achieved by the femur length, and here you are seeing the femur. Amniotic fluid is less as it should be in 16 weeks. Is the amniotic fluid less or is it adequate? So the amniotic fluid is adequate. In fact, this is the amniotic fluid. It's clear of any internal echoes. Placenta, brain, cystic structure. This is the fetal body, femur body, and this is the femur, placenta posterior wall, cervix, cervical length being 3.1 centimeters. Placenta is grade 2, and the umbilical vein is 1 artery and 1 vein. Let us magnify for the umbilical vein. This is the umbilical vein again. In the center of the screen is 1 artery, 1 vein. Will be tripled here. Now, from its attachment with the placenta. Here we have 1 artery, 1 vein, placenta. So this is a case of multiple congenital anomalies in 16 weeks fetus. Thank you.